the mistress of ceremonies. Should I master Sunsbit?
That was excellent. Thank you very much, Robert. And now it's time to hear from our 3 poet laureates that we have. And it's such an amazing occasion to have all 3 of you here under the same roof. I must say, I was telling one of you earlier, I think it was Cher, that I don't believe that it was I don't know, any kind of coincidence that this happened. That was must have meant to be today. And I'm not even sure how it came to be, because it was such a kind of an amazing circle of events that came about, that brought this about. But I am so glad that you all 3 could be here. Now, I'm not exactly sure which one of you wants to go first, but
I'll go.
Okay, all right. So I will introduce to you Ronnie Holland, who is our Poet Laureate of Dublin. Ronnie.
Thank you all for being here. And I would like to point out that we have this wonderful Poets Corner where you can find out about coming events in the Tri-Valley. For example, next Sunday, I'm hosting 3 poets at Dublin's Old St. Raymond's Church, which is the oldest extant church in Contra Costa, Alameda County, and it's a fabulous venue. So I hope you'll be able to join us and pick up a flyer. And the next event after that for Dublin will be October the 4th. So, sort of following on Robert's lead with mystic poetry, I'm going to read a couple like that, because a lot of my poetry has to do with myth and mystic things. Unlike Robert, I can't memorize that much. Most of my poems are quite a bit shorter, so I'll get to read more. So this first one came about as a result of a dream after studying one of the cards from a pack called the Celtic Oracle. It's called the Golden Man. The Golden Man reached down through a gap in the universe. Without question, I took his hand and was hoisted through the hole. The union was blessed by ancient letters and languages of all times, and sealed by our kiss. Words poured forth from the keeper of the letters. I reluctantly released the dream, stretched, and it was gone. Connecting more to the theme of art, the first time I met Cher, who's the Poet Laureate of Livermore, was at an event called Ekphrasis, where poets and artists are invited to participate. The artists bring in the paintings, and then the poets come in during a certain amount of time and write a poem relating to 1 to 3 of them, and then they're selected by a committee. So this was a first event for me, and apparently the one painting from that event that got the most entries is the one that I wrote about, called The Spirit of Truth. And it was this amazing acrylic and collage that the more you looked at it, the more you saw. It was just incredible. So this is what I wrote about that painting. Long remembered and repeated kisses remain passionate against her pale face. A common thread of red woven through hair, eyes, chest, to her heart and central quest, adorned by blood-red necklace. She wears the woes of war, the global faces affected by each action, regardless of intention. Exotic, erotic, compelling truths we fail to wonder about. The shadow side of other virtues and pursuits. The Spirit of Truth whispers from deep within us, bound by our connection to each other, lost and found over and over, glimpses dissipating in and out of our waking dreams. She reveals the many paths to finding truth in spirit and in soul. Drawn to ancient wisdom, her rope-like ears draw in flashbacks to other voices, listening for those who will restore her voice. Exotic in its unfamiliarity, truth seduces us to look closer, deeper, to the layers of meaning visible from another angle. From the center of her brow, her third eye enjoins us to be. Her blue eyes follow the light of our movement, and we see more as we cross before her. She watches, looks back at us, and waits expectantly. This one is called All. Learning to unlearn life's artificial split, enduring opposites of what is truly joined, choosing all. Consciously using energy, suppressed, ignored, denied, opening hearts to share joy. Hatching into our next development, shedding outgrown forms from our safe nest as we realign and learn to fly. Constant sought to bridge our new boundaries, free-falling into that parallel universe we nearly missed entirely. No longer accepting centuries of belief, but expanding the story to encompass all.